And yes.
I'm going to this store because I run out of coal.
Okay.
Barbecue, so I'm going to buy that.
Okay. Okay. Interruption. What's up, you guys? So, it is a very rainy, lazy Monday morning here. We lost power last night and the internet is down right now, so I figured what better time than to film a video and just give you an update on what's been going on here so far, because it has been a whirlwind and I was really debating on how I wanted to do this. I was almost, okay, I'll start off by saying I'm on Big Horn Island, which is an island off the coast of Nicaragua. That was the plan. So I got here in one piece, but the journey getting here was not what I expected, and it was really pretty awful. It was pretty bad. So I knew the 18-hour layover in Panama City was going to be kind of a tough one to get through, but it kind of took everything out of me. It was freezing in there, and I really regretted not just getting a hostel or going somewhere and getting a room somewhere, because it was really draining. And it was mostly draining because it was so cold in there, and I had no clothes with me because my backpack had been transferred to my final destination, which was Managua, and I was in Panama City, so I didn't have any. I only had the clothes on my back, and thank God I had my Turkish towel with me, because that thing was, you know, a lifesaver, and I was still freezing, but I used that as a blanket. I did sleep on the floor for a few hours, actually got a couple hours sleep, but I had a horrible headache, and the last thing I wanted to do was film. I had, you know, I thought I was gonna make like good times out of it and entertain myself, film a little video. I had about 5 movies downloaded, I had snacks, and I couldn't shake this headache. I was probably dehydrated. I was drinking water, but it was just, I don't know what it was. Probably the stress and the pressure of just getting here, and it was just, I had no Advil on me because that was also in my backpack. That was another mistake I made. So, you know, and of course everything in the airport was shutting down by the time I got there. So it was just, you know, I had no appetite. I barely ate anything there. And like I said, the last thing I wanted to do was film that. So, then the following day, I boarded my flight to Managua first thing in the morning. Actually a really nice flight, pleasant. Got there, it was only an hour flight, it was short and sweet, and then I met up with a friend. I had a 2-hour layover there before I had to board my 4th and final flight with La Costeña. If anybody's come to the Corn Islands, they know you have to take the La Costeña flights out to the islands. So hung out with my friend Jose for a bit, and then I basically boarded that flight. Another hour from Managua to Big Horn, and then hopped in a taxi and got to my final destination. I ended up having a little bit of a rough time the first few days that I got here. It was very overwhelming. This place is actually a vacation rental. So it's owned by a couple who also have a place in the United States, and they travel up there during the summer. And so they need people to come and basically manage it, make sure the people who are here, the cleaning staff, the night watchmen, people like that get paid, make sure their bills get paid. So there's like electricity, internet, water, all that stuff. Make sure everything gets paid, and just make sure, you know, the guests are happy. You've got to check the guests in, make sure the rooms are cleaned well, and and all of that stuff. So I thought, that sounds amazing. That sounds super fun. You get to meet all the guests that are coming in, and people from all over the world, and just kind of get a taste of what doing something like this might be like. It's hard. It's like super, super hard. You don't have any privacy here. You have to basically be on call all the time, except for the nighttime is, you know, a little more chill, but all through the day, you can't really go exploring, you can't really go do anything because you need to be here. And it was only after getting here that I started to realize that, and so I got kind of bummed out. And you know, it was just, you know, I've been to places like this before, so I know it wasn't culture shock or anything like that. I mean, I knew what I was getting into coming here, and it's beautiful here. It's absolutely beautiful here, but it's also really isolated, this island. So it's like, if you're here by yourself, like doing the solo travel thing, you know, it gets real very quickly. It gets very real very quickly, and I got super, super lonely. And I'm somebody who loves my alone time. You know, I have no problem going days just doing my own thing and being with myself, but you get to a place like this and it's so beautiful, and you just want people to hang out with. You just want to share it with other people, and very quickly I realized I'm not gonna be able to do that. You know, sure, you can go out and meet people, but I can't really leave here. So it's like, this is probably more suited for 2 people, and I learned that. And I mean, these are all lessons, and I mean, you know, by no means is, I have no regrets at all. Absolutely no regrets. So it just is what it is. It's a learning experience, and it's fun, like being here and hosting. I really like that, but again, it's quite demanding, and I wasn't really anticipating that. I was probably a little more selfish in my vision for what I imagined this being, and I just saw the pictures of the beach and the hammocks, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be good times, just taking it easy, you know. And then I didn't really think about, you know, the demands that this is actually a job, you know. So I'm in it now, and I'm a lot more comfortable now. It took a little while though, and I had some pretty intense lows, which no one really talks about, and they should, because I think that it's all nice to go on Instagram, to go on YouTube, and you know, follow travel bloggers and read about all the beautiful places they're going to, and all the amazing food they're eating, and people they're meeting, and all of those things do happen, obviously, of course, but I feel like you don't see the other side of it a lot. No one really talks about the loneliness. No one really talks about, you know, how isolated you feel sometimes, how hard it is to adjust to a new place, you know. And I mean, again, I want to first of all just say I am incredibly blessed. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, truly. And I realize that, you know, my problems in the grand scheme of things are just almost nothing, really. But at the same time, you don't want to diminish pain or, I don't know, discomfort and things like that, because it's all growth. And, you know, I did have a breakdown here. It wasn't like a, you know, I lost my mind and shaved my head kind of breakdown, but I had a low point here where I really was like, what am I doing? Should I be, you know, should I be traveling? Should I be filming this? You know, like, can I even do this? Can I even vlog? Can I even, you know, I don't, maybe I'm not cut out to be a solo traveler. Like, I had a lot of doubts about a lot of things, and thank God those have kind of come and gone, but it took a little bit for me to work through that. This whole thing hasn't panned out the way that I thought it was going to, and I think that is a really good lesson in terms of expectations and not getting attached to our expectations, because it leads to disappointment. And I'm not saying don't have standards for yourself and don't have a vision for what you want, but be mindful of your expectations and also be open to new things unfolding naturally and staying present, which I didn't do, which was a big part of the problem. And over the last few days now, I've really started to shift my thinking and my perspective, and I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm really grateful for that breakthrough. It was a breakdown and then a bit of a breakthrough, and I see things differently now. I'm a lot more grounded and just very grateful that I'm here, because I was going into this, you know, guilt, shame spiral of like, I've let myself down, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be, you know, I'm not taking photos of anything, I'm not filming anything, I'm just sitting here crying. I was ready to get on a plane and leave, which was heartbreaking to me because so much of me wants to do this. And to go from like wanting nothing more than to travel and to be here, and then to just being like, get me the hell out of here, I want back on a plane, I want to go back to Canada. Like, I just was like, I had no idea where I really wanted to go. I just knew like I wanted to get off of here. But I mean, really what I wanted was to just release myself of the ideas that, you know, this idea of like, I'm gonna have the perfect trip and I'm gonna film it in the perfect way, and it's, again, it's expectations. And when you release all of that, which is what I've been doing over the last few days, you just embrace where you are. Like today it's pouring rain outside, and you know, it's actually nice. You know, the power went out last night and the internet is out now, and it's almost like I just had this feeling of like, get your camera out. Like now it's time to film now. It's time to like get back on track and do this. And you know, I was ready to literally, you know, when I do end up going back to Canada, just selling everything and being like, I can't do this. You know, I can't do this, never mind, it was a terrible idea. Because I got here and I didn't have the perfect shots and, you know, the perfect time lapses with the sunsets and all. Like, I had all these ideas, and I mean, I'll probably hopefully still do those now, but like, the lesson in that is like, there's no such thing as perfection. Perfection is the present moment. And this was my reality. I got here, I hit a wall, and now I'm just getting back on track, and I'm filming it. I'm filming exactly what needs to be filmed, which is this. I didn't expect that. You know, I've had a few really amazing days just staying in that state, and I hope that continues. So whatever is going on, I just want it to be real. And you know, it might be raining outside, and you know, I might have no makeup on, and I might just be sitting here telling you about how, you know, shitty my trip was coming down here. I think it's important to give yourself permission to embrace the present moment and know that not everything is a perfect Instagram picture, and that's just not the way life is supposed to be, and it just takes the pressure off. Just embrace where you are. Embrace whatever it is. It might not be perfect, it might not be beautiful, it might not be something that you think other people want to see, but it's your truth. It's all that you can ask of anybody, is to just be real. So thank you so much for watching this. I just needed to do this. I needed to film. So hopefully the next video will be a little sunnier, literally and metaphorically. And yeah, I look forward to showing you guys how awesome it is here, because it really is beautiful. So take care, thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye guys. We'll see what's gonna happen, but right now I'm on Bighorn, and I can't wait to show you guys how awesome it is, because it's gorgeous.